Hi guys, I'm Giles, the property guy, specialising in property solutions and how to create wealth and improve life through property. Today I just want to have a quick chat whilst I'm on my way to work, leveraging my time that I normally spend in the car, which otherwise would be wasted, using that time efficiently to get some content out to you guys so I can help you with your own property journeys at the same time. So what I thought was quite apparent to talk about at the moment is there's an awful lot of changes that have gone on, which is nothing but, I guess, attempts to try and make it harder for landlords and property investors to make money. So the government have obviously put the stamp duty up quite significantly, so that hurts a bit. There's been a few legislation changes towards tax and how your rental income is taxed, and if you don't know about that yet and you've got properties that you rent out, then you really should find out exactly how that is going to impact you over the next 3-4 years. So you need a really good property tax specialist to go through that with you. I mean, initially, if you'd like me just to email you my spreadsheet that I use, you can just put in your own details and just see how that's going to look on your bottom line before going too deep into getting the advice. So let us know, just put a comment below if you'd like me to send you that spreadsheet. What else? Yeah, so if the impact of these changes are going to be that negative on your personal circumstances, then one needs to be assessing their current portfolio and thinking, well, is there dead wood in this portfolio that really you should consider selling, and then getting that money in and then looking at what else you could be doing with it. Personally, I think the markets, macro and micro, are hugely affected by what goes on. Consumer confidence is a massive thing that affects our house prices and our demands. So at this very moment in time, it's September 2017. Now typically July and August are slow months for selling properties, and you see that you look to see about 5% of the property stock on the market every month sells during those quieter months, and then in September it kind of jumps up to sort of 10 or 15% of stock on the market sells monthly. It hasn't been the case this September. It's just still plateaued, it's still flatlined. And that tells me that there's still an air of caution. London is struggling a bit. They're really struggling to sell properties there much quicker than they were normally. And there's quite a few price reductions. If you go on Rightmove now, you'll see there's a lot of price reductions. There's a lot of properties falling through, so they were sold subject to contract and now they're back re-available again. Now those kind of little signs tell me that buyer demand isn't as high as stock levels. So if you are thinking about your current portfolio and whether there's a couple of bad eggs in there that really could be reinvested elsewhere, I'd be thinking, well, whilst there are still some buyers around at the moment, why not think about getting them sold? And if, and this is a big if, but I can see it potentially happening, if the demand for buyers doesn't sort of rise as it normally does, September, October, November, quietens off in November, December and January, but if we continue this same pattern that's happening at the moment, and lots of other landlords a little bit later to the game who haven't watched this video start to sell in greater numbers because they see their accountant in April and the accountant says, oh, you can't use your mortgage interest to deduct against your rental income, you've got to pay tax on the gross rent. And they go, what the bloody hell? So when everybody starts mainstream hearing about this news, they might all start putting a lot of their properties on the market, and then you're going to struggle to sell yours probably for the price and within the time scale that you'd normally like. So perhaps it is an idea to get rid of the deadwood now. I'll happily give you a free portfolio assessment to have a look at how I think you're doing and your properties are performing and how they could perhaps be enhanced or realigned. So yeah, again, comment below if you want, or if you want me to get in touch and give you a free portfolio review. We'll have a coffee or something and natter through it. Because then if you actually build up some of your capital reserves by selling a couple of the crap ones, then when there are lots of properties on the market and things are a bit slower and sellers are a little bit more keen or a bit desperate to sell, if you've got a lot of money in the bank that you've accrued for getting rid of your crap, well, you might pick up some awesome bargains, because there'll be a lot of people out there wanting to get out, wanting to sell. They're unnecessarily panicking, creating their own economy by their confidence and worry. So I think now's a good time to capitalise, get the price, get rid of the crap, and sit on the fence for the next 3 months, 4 months, and try and pick up a bargain. Anyway, that's just me. If you disagree, comment. If you agree, comment. It's all about interaction and getting this information out there. So I really appreciate when you guys like and share my videos, because it just spreads the message out there further to sort of get other people thinking and help them, within their own property journeys, which is what I'm all about. It's what my estate agency in Poole and Bournemouth is all about. Embark. It's all about helping people embark on the best possible property investment journey they can have, and assisting people who've got problems with property. Anyway, that's enough rambling for now. I'm nearly at work, so I better go, and I'll catch you guys later. Cheers.